What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be discussing the Werewolf with the newest changes coming in, update 46, which is the multi-class, and it's going to make Werewolf God mode, because Werewolf has something that other builds don't have, and that is they don't have to worry about what skills they're going to be using, because you only got access to Werewolf skills. So we're only going to be focusing on the passives of each class and making the best possible combination. So we're going to be taking the best one from each class line, and then we're going to just put them all together and just see which ones are the best for Werewolf. So it's going to make Werewolf incredibly strong if you can mix and match all these together. So we're going to get straight into it and show you which ones are the best. This should definitely make Werewolf a hell lot stronger with the multi-classing available. You can utilize all the passives in the game. So let's get into it. So the first one we have is the Warden skill lines. So these are all the three passives. So I've picked Green Balance as the best, as it has the best passives possible. So when you heal yourself or an ally under 40% with a Green Balance ability, this is not going to apply. But when you heal an ally with a Green Balance ability, this is not going to apply. Increase your healing done with Green Balance ability, this is no good either. But the bottom one is the Maturation, which is going to give you that minor toughness and going to put extra health on your Werewolf. So this is definitely a possible one you could use. The next one is the Necromancer skill line. We've got the Bone Tyrant, Gravelord and Living Death passives. So I've picked the Gravelord one. So when you use Sacrificial Bones, Skeleton Might or Spirit Mend dies, the cost of your next Sacrificial Bones will be reduced. So that's no good. Increase your critical strike chance against enemies for each Gravelord. That's no good. While a Gravelord ability is active, your spell resistance is increased. That's no good, but increases your damage done over time effects by 10%. So rapid rot. So I've picked that one as the best one for Necromancer. And next we'll get into the Arcanist. So I've picked the Herd of the Tomb, or the Tome. And this one is going to wrap fate when you generate Crux, so that's no good. You'll master the wrap and reft of your very soul. When you are restored, magical or stamina, increase your weapon and spell damage by 5% for 10 seconds, so that's quite good there. Your attacks wound the mind of the heretical knowledge, increasing damage dealt by status effects and status effect chance. So that one's going to be really good there. What they don't know, you can't kill them, increase your physical and spell resistance per tomb ability slotted. So I do believe that will be the best one for the Arcanist, as the status effect chances and damage dealt is going to be really, really good. Next we're going to move on to the Dragonknight, and I've picked the Ardent Flame. It's going to increase the damage of your burning and poison status effects by 40%. When you apply one of them, you're going to restore Magicka or Stamina, so that's going to be perfect for the Werewolf, as it does do poison damage. So that's going to be really, really strong there. And also increases the damage of your flame and poison attacks. So Werewolf has a poison ability, so I've picked this one with the Dragonknight as the best choice for the Werewolf. And now we're going to move on to the Nightblade. So I've picked the Assassination passive, so increase your physical and spell penetration against enemies flanking, increase the duration of your stun from sneak. When the enemy dies within 2 seconds or being damaged, you restore magic and stamina. Increase your weapon and spell critical ratings for each assassination ability slot. So that's no good, but it's the bottom one. Increase your critical damage by 10%. Dealing critical damage grants you and your group minus savagery. So that's going to be super strong as well, guys, for Werewolf. So that's the one I've picked. I think that would be best for the Nightblade passives. And now we're going to get into the Templar. So the Templar, the best one for Werewolf is the Adric Spear. To increase your critical damage by 10%, increases your damage done to blocking players by 10%. You're going to gain minor protection as well, reducing your damage taken. And also the Burning Light passive is going to deal magic damage. And also the Balanced Warrior, increase weapon and spell damage and your physical and spell resistance by 1300. So that's definitely a brilliant one for Werewolf there. Very, very strong indeed. So now we're going to move on to the final one, which is the Sorcerer. And the Sorcerer has some great ones too, so we're going to pick the Storm Calling, increase your magical recovery by 10%, increase your physical and shock damage by 5%, increase your damage done against enemies by 1% for every 10% current health they have, and increases your weapon and spell damage by 2% for each Sorcerer ability slot. So that one isn't any good, the bottom one, but the Storm Calling is the best one overall for the Sorcerer. So as you can see here, guys, I've put all the 7 best possible class lines for Werewolf all together. These are the what you want to pick 3 out of these 7 from all the different classes in the game to benefit the Werewolf as much as possible with the passives, as we don't have to worry about the skills, as we're only concerned about the passives, because when you're in Werewolf form you can only use Werewolf skills, so the actual skills are actually redundant for Werewolf. But these are all the passives that are best in slots, so we can just pick 3 and then that'll be the strongest possible. There's probably quite a few combinations out of these 7 that you can actually pick, but this is, if you pick any of these 3, it's going to be super strong for the Werewolf, guys. Definitely going to have the Templar one in there, definitely going to have the Sorcerer one, and then you can either go with the Dragonknight, the Gravelord one, or the Arcanist. The Assassination one's also very strong. The green balance for healing, it depends what your goal is on your Werewolf build, particularly for PvP. But like I said, you can really push for more damage, for more healing, for more health, or more resistances by mixing and matching these passives. And I do believe that these ones I've selected here are the best for Werewolf. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Drop the video a like, and if you've got any more different combinations, let me know in the comment section, guys. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.